Hey everybody, welcome back to Starfyre Gaming. I'm Sir Joseph, and this is Warhammer 40k Rouge Trader. We just finished clearing out the Electro Priest's temple. We've got to talk to the governor and then go to the Navis Nobilite to get us a Navigator. Wow. We're going to go ahead and do that instead of going to talk to the governor, because everything seems to be fine on the planet now. And then maybe we'll come here and check out this unidentified void ship as well. Lord Captain, reporting. The heralds of the Navis Nobilite continue to maintain Vox silent, perhaps due to Urak 5 being off limits to visitors. We intercepted signals from the beacons drifting in the station's orbit. Their demands are clear. We are told to turn the ship around immediately. We have also detected the accumulation of space debris near the station's decks. Presumably, it is the remains of interplanetary shuttles. Perhaps the esteemed Navis Nobilite House requires aid, and therefore cannot respond to our Vox transmissions. Order the Augur crew to scan the station. Yes, Lord Captain. The Vox remains silent for a while, but then you hear static and Vigdis's measured voice. The officers from the Augur crew performed a full scan of the station, but the information is imprecise. They note that distortions of unclear genesis that are throwing off most of the readings. We were able to ascertain that the reactor core of the station is still active, but many compartments are unpowered and some fully depressurized. The signs of biological activity are largely present in the central module, which means the station has not been abandoned. So the question remains, why are the esteemed Navigator heralds ignoring us? Contact the station again. I will negotiate personally. The Vox relays the cadent sounds of grinding gears and clicking tumblers. I am sorry, Lord Captain. The station does not reply even after an official greeting by a Rouge Trader and the declaration of your intent to negotiate in person. Order the crew to commence docking with the station. Affirmative, Lord Captain. We do not know what is happening at the station, as you will have to look for the esteemed Navigator's blind. Dock safely, and may the God Emperor light your path. Well, this doesn't look good.
Pathetic worm. You dare to argue with your master?
It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed.
Confess. What was the old man's last command? What are you planning?
Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
Wretches, you will be consigned to oblivion for your transgressions against House Auricilio. Immortal Emperor, deliver your servants from peril. Prayers will not help you, servants of the damned. In the name of House Auricilio, I command you to execute these infidels. Not a step further. Master, we have some strange guests on the station. A tall man stops you with a gesture when you approach. Blood is trickling down the pearly scales of his wary face, and not just his own blood. Two jet black, unblinking eyes are watching your every move, and the third one, the mark of the Navigator's fate, is menacingly pulsing behind the lowered lid in the middle of his forehead. Step back, or I will unleash all the horrors of the Sea of Souls upon you. Emperor, be my witness. I came from Ricard Minoris after receiving your distress call. A call, you say? The dark pits of Felix's eyes widen in surprise. Only one person can send you this way, and it must have been Evan Winterscale. Why didn't he come himself? I came of my own free will. My people merely decoded the signal that was meant for Winterscale. You don't say. Getting access to that... Well, everything just shook. Getting access to the personal computer of the heir of the great dynasty is no easy feat. Who exactly are you? The Navigator cocks his head as if realizing something. Ah, wait! I recognize this coat of arms. You are a lord of the Von Valencius dynasty. That explains so much. And since fate has brought such an important person into my abode, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands Felix Christoph August, keeper of this station. So you did not come to offer support to the traitors. This is great news. Having said that, you must understand that Uric 5 is a holy sanctum for House Auricilio, and the path to it is only revealed to a select few. It pains me to say you are not on the guest list. The Navigator looks at his guards and winces. The soldiers are quivering as if their tormented flesh were being flayed, yet they keep clutching their weapons. Provide me with a navigator, and I will immediately depart this station. I do not think this is possible. Uric 5 is an observation station. We do not sign contracts and do not provide navigators. We delve into the depths of infinity and chart the movements of warp storms. And besides, Felix gestures at the disorder around him, you have chosen an inopportune time for negotiations. Why would a keeper of the station command vile mutants condemned by the Emperor? The blame lies with Theobald Orselio, the second keeper of Uric 5. The old man was a great navigator, but he could no longer control his powers. I begged him to retire, but he was too obsessed with our mistress, Lady Cassia. His madness and stubbornness spelled doom for the entire station, for he opened his third eye in a fit of rage and unleashed the horrors of the warp on those who displeased him. The Theobald I knew would never have used his powers in such a reckless manner. This will be difficult to explain to the uninitiated, but I'm going to try. The warp currents in the system have been tumultuous for dozens of cycles, and have worn the veil between our world and the Imperium thin and frail. At least here on the station. The ruinous powers are trying to tear it down completely and corrupt all living things. The servants were the first to fall victim to it. Oh, their bodies morphed, and pain and despair drove the poor souls mad. The lunatics took my mistress prisoner and almost destroyed the station, but I rallied the few who still follow the light of the Golden Throne to set things right. The Lord Navigator here is speaking the unvarnished truth. I bet his station is full of voices and whispers, all trying to break through from the other side, waiting for you to reach out and swing the door wide open. The suffocating grip of the Immaterium can be felt across the entire system. It is not surprising the veil grows thin here of all places. The Navis Nobilite can command the warp currents, but the use of their abilities wears down the barrier between the two worlds. I sincerely hope the influence of the Immaterium has not yet affected your body and soul. With all due respect, I advise you to not remain on the station. Return to your void ship. I need to save Lady Cassia. If you are not willing to help, or indeed risk your life, you must leave now. What kind of help are you talking about? I would never ask you for such a favor under different circumstances, and yet... Felix takes his hand away from his ribcage, notices blood, and winces in pain. And yet, Lady Cassia's well-being is above all. I haven't got many people left, and my wounds are too deep for me to act with precision and swiftness. But you may actually succeed. In order to ascend to the Mistress's chamber, you will need to remake a holy relic sanctified with the blood of Lady Orselio herself. This is the control rod of the elevator machine spirit. I have one part, and the other was lost during the mutiny. But even if the relic will be of no use unless the elevator mechanism is powered. Why should I help you? You came to this station for a reason. House Orselio will not be able to help you until the current crisis is resolved. But if you aid us now, I promise we will reach an agreement which you will find satisfying, be it riches, influence, or the power of our navigators. How do I remake the control rod? I have a phylactery containing the mistress's blood. It needs to be taken to the laboratory, which is located behind one of the repulsor doors. The most ancient and sacred mechanism will help you rebuild the rod. The tech priests ceaselessly perform the rites of appeasement so that the machine's spirit would serve the house in its time of need. The fateful hour is now upon us. Pascal reaches for a data slate, requesting access to the object's data crypt. The Navis Nobilite use independent modifications of standard sanguinary technologies due to the uniqueness of the genetic code inherent in the lineage of each house. Felix looks exhausted, but arrogant resolve bolsters his voice. And these technologies were made secret for a reason. I must respectfully decline your request, esteemed servant of the Omnisci. You have your sacraments, and we have ours. So how am I supposed to power the elevator? The station's main cogitator is situated in the guard room. Just enter the correct command sequence, and the sacred mechanisms will do the rest. I guess that makes sense. So have you decided, descendant of the Von Valencius line? I will rescue your mistress, but in return, I require that House Orsilio sign a contract with my protectorate. Felix's reply sounds curt and tired. So be it. Hurry. The mistress's safety is all that matters. But, should you fail, our arrangement is finished. Alright. Receive a flackery of blood. Not sure why we didn't have everybody.
Follow my lead. The Whispers told me how.
The corpses were mutilated by a force far beyond mortal capability or capacity. The faces are twisted and in pain, and the hands are fused with improvised weaponry, tools, scissors, and cutlery. Sounds rough.
The Navis Nobilite is a unique part of the Imperium's apparatus. The privilege Navigators occupy enables them to carry out questionable acts, which they hide behind the walls of their fortresses.
We got loot down here.
The station's silence can hardly be considered a good sign. Perhaps it was attacked by cultists, or, as with our ship, the strike came from within.
Oh, we leveled up. Let's do strength this time. I guess athletics won't hurt. Toughness. Carouse. And I sure getting extra psychic stuff is, helpful because she always has Terrors of the Warp. We'll take that one. Agility. Let's just take that one. Go ahead and take that one. That one sounds good. Let's go with willpower. That's a good psyker thing. Let's go demolition. All right. Back to where we were at. The servant. Let's talk to the servant. Mumbles incoherently. All right. Oh, there's a Medicaid check over here. We've got some goods over here.
My success is irrefutable.
Most of these unfortunate souls took their own lives by slicing their guts wide open. Ugh. Loot cargo. We got
It's about time.
Station is shaking a bunch.
What is that?
A Ripper auto pistol. Looks like it sucks. Mutated flesh sample. Okay. Oh yeah, mutant traders down there. Guard defender also, okay. Are there more of them or just that one? Looks like just that one. Yeah, protect the child!
Submit, and you'll die quickly.
Death to his enemies! Weather the storm! Follow my lead!
My faith strengthens me.
Moving out!
What the heck?
Follow my lead.
The corpse just a minute ago. Well, that was
Doubt is for the weak. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Argenta, you suck sometimes. Let's go ahead and pop this real quick. Hydra. He appears to be the toughest of them. Well, that sucked to hit the cover. Did minimal damage.
I must not falter.
Weapon at the ready. Break their morale! Stay vigilant.
Onward!
Another one back there.
I'm not injured. I'm enraged.
Body a little bit ago.
Follow my lead. You a target. Victory is imminent. Reduced to dust.
For that, since we couldn't use our endure.
Follow my lead.
Oh, there's a bunch up there too. There's a lot more of these guys. There's 10 of these guys.
Weather the storm.
There's a lot more than I thought there was. Oh, it's us, not. I was thinking it was Heinrich.
Not a problem for me. Nothing I can't do. Suits my purposes. You didn't stand a chance.
My faith strengthens me.
High momentum.
I won't object to it. For the throne's glory.
Ow. Ooh.
But of course, your reckoning is due.
I need to save that for Pascal.
Follow my lead.
Alright, so we're going to get Pascal up here real quick. We're going to use this.
I am a servant of destruction. The Omnisire condemns you.
That down there to buff my buddies.
Comprehends all.
Can't see that one? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, okay, there we can.
Request approved. Flight function successfully terminated.
Good job, Pascal.
Follow my lead.
My ears are ringing.
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart! I'll do it. Eradicate it.
That dash works good for her.
But of course. On it. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Good job, you
Weapon at the
finally did
ready.
something.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Wreck their morale.
Just a minor setback.
Alright, down to 3 of them.
It will be done. One fewer target. I will do my duty.
Let's see how they respond to this. All too easy. Not a problem for me.
Well, let me charge here. No, didn't think so.
High momentum.
Naturally. I won't object to it. I'm done with this one.
There we go. There's a lot of loot around here. Missed loot over there? Let's get back up here and... meteorite chunk. Okay. Door there. Let's get this stuff before we go through the door.
Any challenge for me?
A good major domo attempts to nurture only the finest of flowers in the garden that is his master's life. Therefore, new seeds for the garden must be weeded out with the utmost care, so that the garden's trees may yield the sweetest fruit. The lessons below will help you separate the precious seeds from the vile thorns to cultivate the perfect garden of the Lady Navigator. 1. A faithful servant always makes sure their mistress's room and garments are clean. 2. A faithful servant will never offer their mistress the same dress preference presented earlier in the cycle. Lesson 3. A faithful servant offers their mistress a glass of fresh water upon waking. Lesson 4. A faithful servant tastes each dish and every drink before serving it to their mistress. Lesson 5. A faithful servant will have mastered the art of styling the mistress's hair. The total time that 5 servants can spend on arranging their mistress's coiffure should not exceed 3 revolutions of the chronometer. Lesson 6. A faithful servant lives for their mistress and gladly gives their life for her. Lesson 7. A faithful servant, and then that's the extent. All right. Stuff in there. Let's go down here first. Okay.
Compared to naval service, that was
Statue
barely
of the
a
famous
challenge.
Galaxian sculptor and chronicler Zacharias Vernon the Magnificent, the 23rd year of this millennial original. Okay.
None shall stand in my way.
Navigator flesh sample. Okay.
Yvain's act was noble but
creepy
foolhardy.
things.
You cannot save someone who has willingly succumbed to heresy.
At least he tried to get through to his friend instead of just blowing his brains out on sight. Oh wait, I forgot who I'm talking to.
Experience? Nothing matters more.
Noble silk gloves. Bonus to persuasion. Oh, we got stuff we gotta look at here. I forgot we got this. Oh, we got a plasma pistol. That's pretty cool. Sniper rifle. Idri's using a sniper rifle. Alright. To cargo. Bolt pistol. Bonus opportunity attacks. He's going to have opportunity attacks fairly regularly. He does not have any gloves on, so you can have those. Bonus to persuasion. What's your persuasion? 39, 30, 30, 30, 55. But you got the tech priest stuff. 30. Wow, we all suck at persuasion. All right. Well, what do you care? Yeah. Let's give you the persuasion gloves.
This explorator is blessed with
Victory awaits.
God, protect the child! Well, he went down quick. Deep cut extends across the mutant's throat, and the holy Aquila has been carved into their forehead. Traitors are often executed in this way.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Nothing hidden in there. We got a door, we got goods on this person. Keeper Theobald graciously agreed to provide samples of her skin growth so we can study the influence of the rebellious immaterium on the flesh of the Navis Nobilite. Just as we thought, navigators are positively resistant to the restless currents of the warp. The God Emperor truly does shield some people against the corruption and misery. But let us get back to the study of mortal flesh. Another servant will be carried in shortly. I must ready the organ extraction equipment. Adamantine dust and black water. This was the worst idea and that could have possibly entered my mind. God Emperor be praised. I am lucky to still have my head on my shoulders after this reckless experiment. Nevertheless, we did make an important discovery. The adamantine seems to protect the frail flesh of the lowborn to a degree. Having said that, not even the Macerator can handle its temper, so we should probably introduce a more complex compound in the formula. All of the data related to the experiment we recorded to the data crypt K040H. I will get back to them later once I'm done with experiment K410K. Have I mentioned the chunk of meteorite found by the Keeper Felix subjects is completely useless, although its shining granules can be used to make new paint for the child. Yes, I think I'm going to do exactly that. We found a meteorite thing, right? There's a flesh sample. That's another flesh. Navigator flesh sample. Mutated flesh sample. Oh, that's the data crypt. Okay, nothing on it. Okay. Twilight people. We throw those over there. Throw that in there. All right. Oh, we didn't pick it up. We read it, but we didn't pick it up.
It's about time.
The cogitator's vid screen is covered in cracks and stained with dried blood. The buttons, switches, and levers were ripped out of the control panel with exceptional cruelty and scattered around the sacred mechanism that now sparks and hisses in agony, still refusing to perish. The Tech Priest Vox system emits a Binharik trill, and his mechadendrites start furiously lashing at the air. I am recording blasphemy. The person found guilty of such cruelty to a noble mechanism must be sentenced to immediate destruction. Waken the cogitator. You turn a few of the remaining dials and pull the activation lever. The cracked vid screen of the sacred engine flickers. The cogitator's insides emit creaks and groans, and the lumens oscillate at random. It takes a while, but eventually the machine spirits do grant you access to the cogitator system. Request data on the station's navigators. After a brief pause, the data appears on the vid screen. Felic Orselio, location, main hall, still alive. Theobald Orselio, location, upper chambers, still alive. Colomira Orselio, location, upper chambers, status deceased. Alexius Orselio, location, lower levels, status deceased. Ramus Estevan Orsilio, location unknown, status deceased. Alright, there's two of these guys left. The child location, upper chambers, biometric parameters, rapid heartbeat, elevated blood temperature or body temperature, stress levels exceed the permissible limit, status error unknown. Attention, calming procedures advised. Attention, upper chambers inaccessible. Error, the control rod is not present. If the rod has been misplaced, immediately contact Station Keeper or the Navis Laboratorium Custodian. Okay. Examine the log. The archive data stored on the Cogitator's local data crypt is partially corrupted, but you still manage to access the residual logs for examination. View Vox Report 12AH890. The Vox recording hisses for some time before you hear a voice. This is Officer A282. Do you copy? Several generators overheated on the lower levels. Chambers A through D unpowered. The Tech Priest crew sent to investigate the problem is not responding. Requesting back. The officer's speech is interrupted by shouting, and recording abruptly ends. I can figure it out. Officer H123 speaking. 200 servants have perished due to explosive decompression in the living quarters. We've located traces of mechanical interference. The preliminary cause is officer sabotage. Crews 5, 6, and 9 were cut off from the main compartment. We have enough oxygen for 20 minutes. May the Emperor save our souls. Senior station officers, this is the captain speaking. We attempted to contact the Winter Scale Scion for help, but something is jamming the signal. We never received a reply and cannot be sure it was even sent in the first place. A rescue team is not coming. We are on our own, so remain vigilant. Anyone could be a traitor, do you hear me? Anyone. If you are in doubt, shoot to kill. The following Vox recordings are too badly distorted to make out a single word. Examine recent entries on the incident log. Report X880. Originator. Classified. Date. Classified. The servants close to the child have started butchering one another again. The order came from above to have their remains reprocessed. Ugh. Report X886. Originator. Classified. Classified. Okay. The negotiations with the Winter Scales were a success. A new batch of servants will arrive in 10 moons. Escort them to the laboratory at once. It is imperative that we increase the new retainer's resistance to the child's powers. Data expunged. Okay. Examine the station's docking log. Identity confirmed. Regent Aranto Orsilio. Date of visit classified. Reason for visit classified. Date of departure classified. Alright. Examine the security and life support logs. The yellow lights above the control panel flickering to life, and singular repeating message streams down the vid warning. There's a vid screen. Warning! Damage in technical compartments A12, B3, D8, and H24 detected. Warning! Living quarters L10, L16, and L28 depressurized. Warning! Unable to access the station's docking systems. Warning! Energy regulations systems. Unknown error. The station will transfer over to emergency power. Immediate evacuation of the facility is advised. Warning! Danger, Will Robinson. Danger! Pascal casts a brief glance at the vid screen and speaks dryly. The imminent demise of this void station is affirmed. The damage to its core infrastructure has reached critical mass, at which point further degradation has commenced in a cascading conflagration. View encrypted data. Something buzzes in the Cogitator's metallic gut. Several red lumens light up above the vid screen. Required access level, security captain or above. Current access level, senior security officer. Break through the machine's guardian defenses. Vid screen blinks and the mechanisms in the machine core emit a quiet hum. Okay, turn to the list of available commands. Alright. Call Ricard Manias for help. The system cannot carry out your command despite your eagle compliance. of the machine spirit, one thing is certain: the problem does not lie in the cogitator's mechanisms. Switch to the main chamber controls. Cogs within the sacred mechanism slowly start turning with heavy grinding and cranking. A tired machine spirit grants you access to the security control, or at least parts that still obey the cogitator. Open all doors on this level. Cogitator's vid screen goes dark as if the machine spirits have fled their mechanical casket. But your assumption is incorrect. As it fills with static just a few moments later, you can barely make out the inscription amidst the flow of rapidly changing symbols. Warning, data corrupted, processing, error. Bunch of binary is required. Pascal's Vox system emit a binary trill. The spirits of this sacred machine require special purification rituals in order to restore utilization of the ligua more familiar to the citizens of the Imperium, requesting access to the device. Go ahead. Pascal's figures drum out a resonant crescendo on the control panel as his mechadendrites remove the metal cover and the data cord slides into the machine's innards. The cogitator's body starts crackling with electrical impulses, and the tech priest nods with satisfaction. A few minutes later, Pascal raises his hands above the machine, chants a brief litany only he can understand, and pushes the surviving stump of one of the levers. My humble prayers have satisfied this machine's requirements. Main hall. After a few moments gathered from the station's actives, according to report, the door has already been opened. Library. According to report, the door has already been opened. Adjacent compartment. According to the data, the compartment you were trying to open is depressurized. Technical areas. Protocol has been executed. The passage has been opened. Guard room. Door has already been opened. Laboratory. Showing us where it's at. Oh, that was the door we were going to check out later. Okay. Armory. Vid screen lights up with a smattering of unfamiliar green symbols, and you hear a particular click somewhere behind you. It appears one of the doors has been opened. There's a list of commands. Main elevator controls. Elevator is blocked. Activate the elevator. Confirmed. Turn. Step away from the cogitator. End dialogue. Alright. We're going to call it here. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. As always, like, subscribe, and comment. I've been Sir Joseph. You guys are amazing. Until next time, stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you later.